If you've ever played Genji, you've probably fed at some point. Let's be real. You dashed it at the wrong time and you just got absolutely gachi base punished for it. Hey guys, I'm Grandmaster Pray, and today we're going to be seeing from the Genji god himself, SNIPZY, and his secrets to stomping with Genji. Genji might seem easy on paper, you just dash it and right click, right? Forehead? But to be able to do that without dying, you need to be smart. If you want to learn the absolute ins and outs of Genji, we have a full course guide on everything to do with Genji on GameLeap.com. Check it out if you want to up your game and massively improve. Without further ado, let's dive right in on how SNIPZY plays Genji. Alright guys, so here we have SNIPZY on the fence. The first thing he's going to do is just play like an absolute ninja, just play on the left side, trying to spot out what they have. And because there's a Pharah and he doesn't have deflect, he decides to go back to his team to get healing and just general defense. Pharah does go down, but she's going to get res, but it's not going to stop how he plays. What he's going to do, he's just going to get ult charge. He gets a lot of ult charge. He already has 25%, but right here, he sees Ana's half health. She's alone, and he has dash and deflect. Let's see how he handles this situation. So he's going to go ahead and just take this free pick because he had all his cooldowns. And he knew that if he could get the dash reset, he could just get the fuck out of there. But even if he didn't have dash reset, I think he'd still be able to survive that with his deflect. So right here he sees Pharah. Pharah goes ahead and does a misplay because he knew that Pharah's cooldowns were down, so she wouldn't be able to just fly up. He's just looking at their team comp right now, seeing what they have. He knows that they switched over to Genji. He actually, this is kind of funny, right here, SNIPZY actually just yells at the McCree. Well, not yells, but just tells McCree over and over again that there's a Roadhog there and he should help. But right here, Mercy did not see the Genji coming because of that positioning that he had. And as a result, he just gets 2 picks just like that. Because he basically just came out of nowhere and just got into a position where he's behind the healers. So what he's going to do right here is he's going to go right back up on this point, yet again, and just wait for the second push to come through. So we're waiting. He's gonna see if there's people behind them, people in front of him, just looking back and forth, seeing where they're going so he can call out to his team. And now he sees that they have dive, so Mercy goes ahead and uses Valk right here, but he gets the kill anyways. He would have gotten the kill on Mercy anyways, but he goes ahead and deals that damage, dishes out that damage, and as a result they win that fight yet again. But let's break down exactly what happened here. So like I said, right here he's waiting for the push, looking back and forth to see where they're gonna be, waiting for the dive. He knows that because Winston dove into the mid lane right here, because SNIPZY knows that Winston went ahead and dove right in there, as a result everybody's gonna be focused on this general area. So because of that, he knows that he's gonna be safe to just get a free pick right here. As a result, he gets that Mercy unsuspecting yet again. Mercy Valks right here, but it's okay. He has Dragon Blade, and he knows he can get the kill. So he goes ahead and just deals that damage. As a result, he just gets that disruption out. Even though he didn't get really any kills there, he got the disruption out. And now, instead of being right on that other side right there, he's going to go ahead and play another corner because they're going to be like, hey, Genji's playing on that left corner. We're going to be careful of that left corner now. So as a result, he's just doing mind games here. He's playing on the right side now. And this position's really good because here we can see that the enemy team is right here and they're going to come out right through here. And so because of that, he decides to go ahead and just engage on their backline because he has no threat. He's over here looking for that Widowmaker, just taking a quick glance, and right here, unsuspecting yet again, an absolute ninja. Goes in and gets a dash reset, 2 dash resets. He gets 2 kills right here, 3 kills, yeah. So he was able to get that unsuspecting and instantly because they really weren't expecting that Genji to just come out of nowhere in the back. So he's going to go ahead and play on the right side again. And the general role that SNIPZY's showing us right here is that he's going to play on one corner on the left side twice for 2 pushes. Then he's going to go ahead and switch to the other side for 2 other pushes. I think that's a really good rule of thumb because I feel like it takes around 2 times of being in the same place for the enemy to decide, hey, he's going to be there again. So as a result, he goes on the other side. And they're like, hey, where'd he go? And then by the time they figure out where he is, he's already killed their backline yet again because he's just being an absolute ninja. And right here, they just don't know where he is. So just using the map to his absolute advantage, just being patient. Just notice his patience right here. Just he's waiting. He spots out the Moira flanking. Now, I don't know what this Moira is doing. Maybe she has ult or something. But Genji goes ahead and gets him out of that situation. And the team just cleans up here, just a general thing. But The team also cleaned up here because the Moira, the main healer, just wasn't there. So as a result, they're just not gonna get any healing, and that just happened like that. So maybe the Moira had ult, I don't know, but that Moira just absolutely misplayed, and Snipzy used it to his advantage. And that's what patience does. Like, if we go back right here, he stays on this area for what, 30 seconds or so, and that's completely fine. You don't need to be forcing out fights when they're on their side of the map. You just play patient. He sees everybody here, but he just keeps playing patient. He's not going to go for anything. Even with the 2 picks, he's not going to go for anything. And that patience allowed him to just see that the Moira was on the right side and just absolutely dominated her as a result. So right here, he's just trying to get that poke damage, breaking the shield, trying to get maybe some ult charge, because ult charge is going to be really amazing on Genji. Obviously the blade is just going to be amazing for disruption, and if you can get it off the damage. And right here, what he's going to do, he's just going to play like an absolute ninja. He's going to use the top left part here to his advantage. Just nobody knows exactly where he is, but he's looking over for a pick. And the reason he doesn't go in right here is because there's a Zarya right here. Moira, main healer, she has that amazing dash, and Junkrat can just blow up Genji when he's like right up close. So he just decides to not go for this, but just poke instead. And right here, he sees that the Ashe is able to be killed. He goes for the dash right here, but he just wasn't gonna get that kill anyways. Just goes ahead and goes back. Luckily he survived. I feel like a higher rated team would have absolutely punished him right there, but something really interesting that Genji does right here is he deflects his way right into point. And so because he deflected that way into point, he just made space. Because he deflected his way right through Orisa, he made space as a DPS. Like, you would be thinking, hey, maybe the main tank should be making space, but you can actually make space with Genji with that. Now he sees that Junkrat tire's there. He's gonna go around, look for the Junkrat. And by this time, I mean, fight's already lost for them. They've already won, so that's a victory. One thing I really want to stress to you guys that we've seen on the last VOD, as well as we're going to see on this one, is that it's okay to play patient on Genji. It's okay to look for the opportune moment. You don't have to force yourself to go in a fight that you don't want to just for the sake of doing damage. So right here, you see he's not even letting the enemy team know that he's there. So he's being completely patient, and then until he sees Ana just start backing up for whatever reason. And so he takes that perfect opportunity to just get that free pick and just fight out and just completely demolish the backline, because they just have no idea what's going on. So he gets 3 picks here, but he gets swung on, so he dies. But it's alright, because even though they have spawn advantage and that might be problematic, Genji has that mobility. He has those dashes so he can get back into the fight by the time they push. So right here, because he's not able to set up, he's just going to go ahead and poke for that ult charge. He's just poking. He knows he's not expecting to get any real kills here. Just poking the tanks to get the free ult charge. He's already at 80%, which is amazing. But they're going in, and what he's going to do right here, he's going to look for another pick on the backline. And he knows because Moira is ulting, he's going to get some free picks here. Everybody's focused on that main doorway, so Genji's just able to go and clean up. So he's being patient, he's being smart about his engagements here. So now he has Blade. He knows he can play up. He knows he can play up with Blade, and they're in this corner right here. Let's go back. So he knows he has Blade, and he's on high ground. He's scouting out where they're gonna be, and he sees a lot of people on this left side right here. They're in a closed position, which is amazing for Genji Blade. So he decides to go ahead and take that. So Mercy gets picked off, but it's alright. He gets 2 picks right there. And he made it really easy for himself, because he took that ultimate to where they were like really vulnerable in like this narrow corridor. So he was just able to find that opportune moment. So what he's going to do here is just keep poking the tanks down, getting that ult charge, and then look for an opportune moment to go on the squishies again. And right here, he sees that he knows that the tanks are on that left side, so the squishies are going to be alone. So he's going to go ahead and take that to his advantage and just go ahead and clean up the backline, which was in that case just Soldier. And now they're split up completely. The enemy team is absolutely destroyed. They're at a 2-man advantage right now, 3-man advantage. They're using ults right here, and the team was just able to clean up because of that smart decision making. So he's going to go ahead and keep poking, keep looking for that opportune moment, because Pharah is dishing out a lot of damage. So he could be getting some really good dash resets. But instead, he sees an opportune moment to go for the Reinhardt. He gets healed up, so that's just not going to fly. Now he sees that Widow. He wants to try to get that cheeky deflect on Widow, and that's always a good thing to do. But instead, she gets Mercy. So right here, they're at a man disadvantage, so they're not going to be able to really do much here. He's going to try to kill the Ana, and the Ana actually almost dies, but it was just kind of unlucky. And I believe they lose point here because of that. Wait. Alright, so the enemy C9, we're not going to talk about that. They definitely should have gotten that, but... Alright, so first thing he's going to do, he's going to go on that window here. He spots the Symmetra and the Ashe, and he knows Symmetra is going to be completely singled out. So with his fast reaction and his critical thinking, he's going to go ahead and go instantly on that Symmetra and just pick her off. So after killing the Symmetra, what he's going to do, he's going to go over and flank and try to see who he should be going on next. He sees two squishies here. He sees the Ana and the Soldier. So he's going to go ahead and disrupt them, try to get a kill on them. But even if he doesn't, it's fine. The team's already in. The team's already wiping it up. He sees that Soldier's actually singled here, and that's fine. But it's good of him to be focusing the supports here. You always want to be focusing that support. If there's a support singled out and a DPS singled out, you want to go for the support. Unless the DPS is low HP, then you can dash reset and then go for the support. But he's going around just being an absolute nuisance in their backline, just flanking, just doing the short flanks that's just so effective. And now he has Blade, so he's just going to go ahead and wipe this. So, yep. And that's going to go ahead and be a victory. Going in the backline might be a hard thing to figure out. It might, when you get in your games and you're not the best at Genji, you're going to be like, how am I supposed to go in their backline without dying? But the answer to that, there's two things. There's patience. You don't need to force yourself. Try to do damage just for the hell of it, because you're laying your position out, and so the enemy's going to be wary of your position. Two, just getting that target priority, seeing who to go on according to your team. Diving with your team, especially if you have dive, is another really good way to go ahead and make Genji work like an absolute monster. Here we have defense on Route 66. Just do that poke damage. The reason he's not going in their backline right now is because that area right here is super risky. You're not going to get a lot of support, especially when you're like on the other side of this wall. The only real place you're going to get support is right here, and right here you're going to get absolutely barraged. So you're just going to be an absolute sad dead boy. So he deems that that space is going to be way too dangerous for him, so he's just going to go ahead and poke and find opportunities somewhere else. So right here, he spotted the Hanzo on the right side, so he's going to go straight for him. And he goes ahead and shoots himself into it. And now he's got that flank position. They have the man-up advantage, so he can go ahead and just dash in and just do whatever the fuck he wants. So he's going to go ahead, follow up with the Zarya. You know, sometimes it doesn't go his way, but he's going to get that dash reset. 3 dash resets, and he already has Blade because he was just able to do that smart decision making. And that one flank can absolutely snowball you guys. And because they didn't have that Hanzo, they had that man up advantage, so they were just able to absolutely capitalize on it. And I get it, guys. In solo queue, that's not always going to happen, but just call it out. Just call out to just go in. Because if you just tell your team to hold W when you get a pick like that, especially on a map as linear as Route 66, you're just going to absolutely stomp this first point. So, Reinhardt gets a really good shatter, so he's going to go ahead and single out this target right here and just get ready for that next fight. So because his team's backing up, he's going to back up as a result. He actually tracked that Reinhardt's ultimate, and that's a very important thing to learn. We have a video on that. You guys should definitely check it out. But because he was able to track Reinhardt's ultimate, he goes ahead and knows with his positioning, with the way Reinhardt was positioning, going around, he was able to know that Reinhardt was about to do that. And so he's about to get another Blade right here. And he's going to go ahead and use it to his advantage, just go ahead and Blade out. I personally don't think he needed to Blade here, but he goes ahead and dies here. Just a bit of overextension. he goes ahead and mentions to his team that they should just back up and wait for a regroup, which is the smart thing to do. It's better to not get staggered and just let them push this to like maybe right here, even further, even up to right before they take the point, than to just keep trying to go one by one, just go in and just die. So it was a very smart decision that his team made right here to just regroup, let them push it, give them that space. And he spotted the Hanzo, so let's see how he plays around this. So right here, he sees that McCree's discorded, McCree's free to kill. He gets that kill because McCree was isolated, he was discorded. So as a result, he was just able to just pick up the kill there. They're going to go ahead and regroup for that second point. So he's going to play on the right flank right here. He's going to mess up. That's just really a mechanical mess up more than anything. And more McCree being smart and just putting that flashbang on the ground. It was a mechanical misplay there. It's going to happen, guys. So right here, he's just going to get the poke in. He has Blade, but he's wary of the sound barrier. So he's not going to go in automatically. Or rather, he is actually going to go in automatically. They put the sound barrier out, but that Shatter just allowed them to just snowball that fight. Because he knew his Reinhardt had Shatter, even with the sound barrier, he was able to go and clean up that fight. So he's going to go ahead and poke on the right side here, just a really good flank position. You can see what they have, where they're going to be going from that position right there on Route 66. And just play up here. And again, he's going to go for poke. He's watching out for that Graviton Surge and the Shatter yet again, because they're going to be using ults here. Especially after that Transcendence. That Zarya playing up, especially with the Zenyatta using Transcendence over here. She's going to grab this. 100% she's going to grab this. And so he's playing around that. So he's trying to deflect it. Didn't work out, but it was a good try. But that's generally a good way to go. But she's not going to actually grab because it was a losing fight anyways. So this is overtime, so he knows he can just pull out the Genji Blade and just clean up whoever's on point. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He sees some squishies here and he tries to go for them instead. But he doesn't get any kills. AKM Blade, that's all good. Even Snipzy does it. Goes ahead, just focusing targets here. And that's going to be GG. Genji is all about positioning, decision making, and patience. You need to be patient for the opportune moment to go in on an unsuspecting squishy. Doing so will shift the weight of the fight absolutely in your favor. You need to be smart on when to go in and when to just poke. And guys, it's absolutely okay to farm ult charge on tanks if they let you. Getting Blade fast is so good on Genji. If you guys want to up your Genji skills or just any hero in general, make sure to check out GameLeap.com for all of that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out.